Let's see. Taurean Prince. Yeah. I ain't got nothing to say. Not gonna say nothing. Who else? Today I'm gonna give my hot take on who I think is gonna come out of the East. This is gonna be a two-part series because the next series we're gonna give who I think is gonna come out of the West. And you might be surprised at who I picked. Come on in here, let's talk about it. What it do, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. While you in here, hit that like, comment, subscribe, notification bell so you can be notified every time Her Takes uploads a new video. All right, let's jump into it. Let's kick this off with who I think is coming in at number 10 play-in matchup. I knew I need to give a disclaimer on something. I did not include Philly in this recording. I did not, because they have way too many injuries, way too many inconsistencies every season. We'll revisit this at around the All-Star break and do this over again then. Hopefully they will have gotten it together and we can see what they were really working with and we'll go from there. Until then, let's get it. So coming in at number 10, I got the Charlotte Hornets. I'm giving them a puncher's chance, getting that number 10 seed, making them eligible for the play-in matchup. And then you're going to hear who against who and who I think is going to overcome them. But I think it's going to be the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball, number 1, right? He's their number 1 option. Grant Williams, we saw what he could do when he was with the Celtics. He can stretch the floor. He can shoot. Plays really good defense. He's a strong forward. Can play the 5 some. Help out in the 5. Very, very strong. Even though with his height. But he's good. Grant Williams is really good. Miles Bridges. Good. Bring you 20 points. 7 boards. 3 assists. Melo Ball. What can I say about Melo? 25 points, 7 assists. He can even pull in about 5 boards a game. The boy, if he can stay healthy, they've gone and gotten a playmaker in Colin Sexton. I like that. The ones I don't know much about, I'm not really gonna speak on. You see the stats. I don't really call out the ones that really stand out to me. Pat Connaughton, I believe he can stretch the floor. Nothing else. He's a good playmaker for them that can come out there and handle the ball. Trae Man, really good young man. Not going to even speak on Miles Plumlee. I'm surprised he's still even in the league. Brandon Miller, he's pulling 20 points a game. I'm just wondering about their injuries. They got a couple of pieces that can help, keep them going. Spencer Dinwiddie, another good ball handler that they've picked up. So we'll see. I don't expect too much out of this team. It really depends on how healthy Brandon can stay, and as well as LaMelo. They only gonna go as far as these guys can take them. So Miles Bridges, he's dropping 20 as well. And that's why I put him at number 10, because I do think that they're better than the other 5 teams, with the exception of the Pacers. We know what's going on with the Pacers. They're not going to have Hallie. They don't have Turner anymore. They traded him away. So, but, them Pacers, they so feisty. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up in the play-in. Wouldn't be surprised if they fight their way in there, because they got that grit and grind we all know about. But the Hornets are my number 10. Number 9. So for number 9, I got to go with the Raps. Got to go with the Raptors. They may even shock us and not even go to the play-in and go higher. When I start looking at this team, they got some talent out here. Nobody better sleep on these Raptors. Scotty Barnes is a dog. They're good. They got R.J. Barrett. They went and added Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, Patel, I think is the other guy's name. But let's look at their squad, see what we got. Like I said, Grady Dick pulling 14 points, 3 boards, getting you about 2 assists a game. That's pretty solid. This Lawson, 9 points. So he's producing like he's a good little role player for him. Brandon Ingram did his thing in New Orleans. He really did. 22 points, 5 assists, 5 boards. Brandon Ingram, he's not a scrub. He's one of the pieces that I hated that the Lakers got rid of when they did their whole thing. I hated that. I really wanted them to keep him. I liked Brandon Ingram. He can play. He can play. He's done his thing in the league so far. Can't sleep. You just can't sleep on it because they could surprise us and end up, getting one of those 6 or 7 seeds. They could, because Scotty Barnes is another beast. He's a dog. He's gonna fight. 19 points, 5 assists, and 7 boards that he's pulling. So I wouldn't sleep on these guys. Emmanuel quickly, we know he's dropping 17 points, 5 assists. Nice little playmaker for him, pulling down 3.5 boards. Another little role player here. Don't know much about him. Not gonna speak on him. R.J. Barrett, we definitely know what he brings to the table. 21 points, 5 assists, 6 boards. R.J. Barrett, he's definitely solid. Like I said, this squad, once I got to looking at them, they might sneak up in there and avoid the play-in altogether. They just might. We're already weak in the East, got a lot of injuries. If there's some more injuries, they might creep up in there. This guy here is bringing in 10 points. So, Roddy, he's just a body. He's just a body for the squad. So, yeah, I'm really impressed. The pieces that they've been able to put together in a few years, they might end up being like OKC and sneak up in there. But right now, they've got some pieces that they've put together, especially these two right here. Very, very impressed with them and R.J. Barrett, Grady Dick. Hey, they definitely got some pieces to work with. With that being said, who will the Raptors and the Hornets play in the play-in, and who will overcome them in the event of that? That's my number 7 and 8. Let's take a peek. I say the Bulls. I think the Chicago Bulls are going to make it to the playoffs. They're going to win the play-in. They're going to be in that first round of the playoffs. I'm going to say the Bulls. I like their squad. White. Ooh, I love this young man. I wish we could have got him and I know he deserves to be a starter in the league, but I wish we could have got him as a backup starter. I feel like the Lakers should have went at him. Houston should have went after him. When they lost, they needed him anyway, because I don't really see Van Fleet as a strong playmaker anyway. I feel like this young man need to be on a better contending team, and he could help them to the promised land. But Kobe White, I love his zeal, where he can get to that paint, the way he can break down the defense is chef's kiss. Josh Giddey, I know he gets a lot of hate around the league. Every time that he comes to Atlanta, when he touched the ball, the crowd boos him. Hey, the man got off. Let it go. Let it go. But Josh Giddey, he's dropping 14, 7, and 8. That's some good production for, a player alongside Kobe. Javon Carter, his numbers don't show it right here, but he's one of those players that he's so feisty. He's affecting the game a lot while he's out there. He really is. Vucevic, he's a solid big in the game. 18 points, 3 assists, and 10 boards. Shooting 40% from the 3 last season. Stretched the floor, good big. So this is a solid team. Dosamu, I think that's how you say his name. He's definitely good young player as well. Nice guard coming in with the playmaking. 12 points, 4.5 assists, and 3.5 boards per game. He played 46 games. Not quite a starter yet, but the young man, he probably gonna start next season, but the young man is solid. Zach Collins, I've heard of him around the league, forward/center. Kevin Huerter, what they call him, Red Velvet. He got that nickname when he was in Atlanta. He probably had it in college, I don't know, but we were calling him Red Velvet. Hopefully his shooting percentages can go back up. He struggled a little bit last season, but he can shoot that rock. Don't go to sleep on him. Kevin Huerter's a nice, solid piece to have on the squad. Bucelis, I wish the Hawks had drafted Bucelis instead of Reza Shea. Hopefully Reza Shea make me regret saying that this season. I hope so. He should be able to get some good open looks this upcoming season. he got that rookie jitter. This ain't about the Hawks. Let me get back. Stay focused. Stay focused. Bucelas, anyway, the man is solid. Hopefully he can get his numbers up too. But I really like Bucelas in his game. He's another one that his numbers ain't really telling his skills. Trust me, the man is really, really good. This could be his breakout season. If so, look out for them. For the Bulls, don't really see nobody else that's popping out to me. Patrick Williams, he's a solid forward coming off the bench, giving you some numbers. Isaac Okoro, same thing. Good solid piece coming off, running that second unit, and things of that nature. But yeah, this is the Bulls. I have them as my number 8. Number 7, Boston Celtics. The Celtics don't have Jason Tatum, Porzingis, or Horford. Okay. Let me tell you something about these Celtics. Jaylen Brown, he's going to come out fighting. He's not going to lay down. He's not going to lay down. I believe Jaylen Brown is going to try his best to seize this opportunity. Now, it could be a blessing or it could be a curse for them. We shall see. But I believe they have enough talent still left on their squad to where they'll be able to compete. That's just my personal opinion. You got to click it to see their stats. So he's going to be bringing 22 points. He averaged 22 points, 5.8 boards, and 4.5 assists per game. My question is, let's just go back and see who is going to be their playmaker. Chris Boucher, we'll talk about him right quick. I do like Chris Boucher. I wanted the Hawks to get Chris Boucher. I like his zeal. 10 points a game. Somebody off the bench, I like to call him 10 and 5 boy. Come off the bench, give us 10 and 5, 10 points, 5 boards until we can our bigs can get some rest. Even if it's a guard, 10 points, 5 assists, 5 boards, something like that. Just to hold it down. And I think Chris Bouchard is really good at that. Hauser, 8-3. So they got Anthony Simons. Cater will probably be the one start. Man, he's got 4 years experience. Boucher's got 8. I think Boucher's going to be that backup. That's just my opinion. Luke Garza, he's still young. He's going to get some minutes. Sam Hauser, he's been pretty solid for this team. There's Kada. Anthony Simons, I forgot they grabbed him from Portland. Nice little piece to come in. 19 points a game, almost 5 assists per game. So that'd be pretty solid playmaking for him. To help out Derek White, I think they have. They still got Derek White. We all know what Derek White can do. He can light it up from anywhere. Jordan Walsh. I was really impressed with Jordan Walsh during the summer league games. He played some solid minutes. So maybe, that's, he's getting ready to come of who he is into the league. Be a nice little story for him. But I'm not going to count the Celtics out, even though I'm a little weary about their big position. Just glancing over, I really am a little weary about what they're going to do in terms of bigs, how they're going to be able to compete. But I'm not going to give up on Jaylen Brown. He's a Georgia boy. I got to have a little faith in him between Jaylen Brown and Derek White holding down the fort along with Anthony Simons. This is his opportunity. Come out there and shine. And I think they're going to try to go for it. I really, really do. Got a little faith in them. The Detroit Pistons. Let's get it. Detroit Pistons. Let's take a peek at their roster. See what they're working with. And yeah, this is the kind I like. I didn't like how Boston had their setup. I had to click in to see the stats. But right here. All right, so we know what Jalen Duren can do. A center. Good, solid piece. Walking double-double, as you can see. These boys are going to be tough to deal with. The East is going to be wide open basically this season. I'm just giving you my prediction on how it's going to happen. Or maybe my wishful thinking how it's going to happen. But Cade Cunningham is that dude. 26, 10, and 6. Oh my God, he could work hard and get him be a walking trip dub. Who else? I've heard of Ronald Holland. Looks like he's a little solid piece coming off the bench maybe. Karis LeVert, we know what he can do. He stay grinding. Who else we got? Javonte Green. Oh, Asur Thompson. Definite guy that can come out there, two-way player, two-way guard, play some forward as well. 10 points, 2 assists, 5 boards. Tobias Harris is a flat-out scorer. He can score on you, bringing 13 points. Jaden Ivey, oh yeah, for sure. Good piece to have on their squad. 17 points, 4 assists, 4 boards. Who else stands out to me that they got on their squad? Here's another fighter. He's another one. Isaiah Stewart is another one of those guys that you're not going to really see it in the stat sheet. You're just not. But his impact is felt. His impact is out there, and you better watch your back. Who's this? Oh, Duncan Robinson. Oh, he's a flat-out scorer, shooter. So we know what he can do as well. Pistons at my number 6. Now, this next one going to shock y'all. It's going to surprise y'all who I got as number 5. Yeah, I ain't ashamed to say it. My Atlanta Hawks. You probably thought, oh, I'm surprised she didn't have them higher. I'm surprised I didn't have them higher, too. But you know what? Reality sets in. Reality. And I don't want them to be ranked too high. I want us to come by surprise. I want us to be that sleeper team that come in and just be by surprise. That's what I'm looking for. I want them Hawks to just come in there and just sneak up on them. All right? All right. This the squad right here. All right, so Atlanta Hawks, let me tell you, I am so excited about this squad. We're going to see what's going to happen. I'm so excited. But this is our squad right here. We got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I don't know why his stats aren't showing up. Let's look at his stats from last season. So Nickeil Alexander-Walker, according to this, he's averaging 9.4 points a game, 2.7 assists, and shooting 38% from 3, 43.8% from the field. I ain't mad at it. I would like to know his steals per game. Regular season, what's that, 0.8? No, 0.6. So, you know, he probably getting close to a steal a game. You know, he getting there. We can work with that. We can work with it. Yeah, about 10 points a game. 9 points a game. It's something light. And he's going to be coming off the bench again with us anyway. So that's about what we need. We need him coming in and lock up your best player. You know, cover that ground for Trae. All right. So that's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I had no idea who this Charles Bassey was. Apparently, we acquired him from the Spurs. He didn't hardly get that much burn from them. 4 years in the league. He only had played 36 games, averaging 4 points a game, 4 rebounds, and an assist every other game or so, something like that. 6'10 guard. No, not guard. 6'10 for big man. He's a big. Hey, like I said, if he can come in and get us about 10-5, 5-5, 8-5, something like that. 8-5. Something like that. You know, let our bigs get some rest. I'm good with it. Now, Dyson Daniels, hey, what more can I say? Dyson Daniels dang near the whole season for us last year. He was rarely out. As you can see, he played 76 games. So that's what, only 6 games that he missed. 14 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, and 4.4 assists per game. And I want to say he got like 2-3 steals a game. Let's be accurate. Yeah. 3 steals a game. So yeah, that's Dyson Daniels. We already know he there to lock him up. Let's get out there and lock him up. All right, so this is a new center. I don't know much. You know, another big. Hey, just come in and do your thing. Role player. Dursic is Nicholas Dursic is a foreign player that we drafted. He played overseas. He was drafted with Ricochet, but he's been developing overseas. Looked pretty solid in the summer league, so hopefully that can translate to the NBA and we'll be okay. Mohamed Gay is very electrifying off the bench. Love his energy. He's gonna come in and hold it down until the bigs can come back. 6-4. Hey, we good with that. That's close enough. Caleb Houston. I don't know much about this guy. We acquired him during the offseason. Hopefully he can come in 6'8" guard. Again, role player off the bench and do a little production. My favorite Hawk, Jalen Johnson. My favorite Hawk. 18.9, 10 boards, 5 assists. Walking double-double. I'm excited to see how we use Jalen this upcoming season. I'm wanting them to play him at the 3. But we'll see how that goes. I think we're gonna play him though at the 4, and then Kristoff is gonna be pretty much at the 5. I think I would like to see Jalen at the 3, Kristoff at the 4, and OO at the 5 to be the rim protector. Kristoff stretching the floor, and Jalen help to lock up a little bit on defense on 3 with his quickness, and then he can dominate the other 3s on offense. That's what I would like to see, but we shall see how it play out. Either way, I think we going to do our thing this upcoming season. Luka Nard, ball handle when Trae is off the floor. Same thing with V. Kretchen, nice little ball handler getting some minutes while Trae is off the floor. This is someone I've never seen play, don't know, not going to speak on him. Asa Newell, he played for my Bulldogs, so I already knew about him, what he can bring. He can stretch the floor a little bit. Need to continue to work on his shooting. I will say that. But he's very athletic. Lob threat while he's out there on the court. Rebound getter. Plays a lot of defense. And I'm excited about seeing how he develops. Now, these 3 right here, man, where do I start? Really, I'm surprised he's not averaging a double-double. A lot of that had to do with him sharing the floor with Clint Capella, but it's going to be the same thing with Kristoff. But he can easily be a walking double-double. He's very close to it, as you can see. Kristoff can stretch that floor, like I said. I'm excited to see how he stretches the floor. Part that Red Sea for Trae to get into that paint, break down the defense, distribute the ball, hit his floaters, hit his 3s, the whole 9. We looking forward to it. Zach, I'm hoping Zach has that confidence this season. He averaged 12.6 points and 3.3 rebounds in his rookie season. So hopefully Zach can come out there and do his thing. He got the bugs worked out. Hopefully he can come do his thing, and we'll see what happens. Whether he's coming off the bench or he's starting at 3. Either way, I think he will be ready. We got Jacob Topping. Very impressed with Jacob during the Summer League games. Very impressed with him, what he brings. Hopefully he got a little motor in him like his brother. I love Obi with the Pacers. I'm hoping that Jacob, and it seemed like he does have that same energy that his brother has, so I'm looking forward to that. Keaton Wallace, same thing. Definitely looking, enjoying, what we saw out of the games that Keaton played last season. He's not scared. He's got that grit and grind in him that he get that ball. He's not scared. He's not scared of the rock, so he's not scared to have it. So I like that. I think his brother plays for Oklahoma. His brother just won a chip. Let that motivate you, young guy. And Trae Young, hey, he's the head. He is the head. Get your leadership skills, hone in on that. Block out the noise. Do what you got to do, Trae. We believe in you. We believe in you. Same thing. He played 76 games last season. And, other than JJ, we were pretty healthy. JJ only played 36. If it hadn't been for that, we would have gotten a little further last season. But everybody else pretty much was solid. But, yeah, that's the Atlanta Hawks. I have my Hawks at number 5. Number 4, Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, and Desmond Bain. Hey, need I say more? All right, we're going to start off with the guard, Anthony Black. All right, so Anthony Black, 9 points, 3 assists, 2 boards. I want to say he's only been in the league 2 years, so hopefully, he'll get that developed. You got Jonathan Isaac. He's been around for a minute, sort of, a little bit on the decline. We'll see what he brings this upcoming season. Tyus Jones, another playmaker that they picked up. It's going to be able to come in, get some minutes, 10 points, 5 assists, grabbing 2 boards. Like I said, Desmond Bane, 19 points. You know, hey, good solid starter, shooter, is pure wet. Coming in, getting the 25 assists and 6 boards. Jalen Suggs, that's another good one. 16 points, 3 assists, and four boards. Paulo Banchero, 26 points, 4 assists, and 7.5 boards. Coming, it's like a little role player. Them Wagner boys coming in, doing their thing. Pretty solid. 13 points a game, 1 assist, 4 boards. Forward center for Mortz. And then France, who's really, really good. Forward for the boys, dropping 24 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. Role players. Wendell Carter Jr. dropping 10 points. Hey, good role player. You know, a name that I recognize. I have these guys coming in, like I said, at number 4 out of the East, going into the playoffs. I feel like they've got the pieces. They really got some good solid pieces. Wouldn't be surprised if they really go deep into the playoffs. I'm impressed with what they did during the offseason. They made some really good moves, and I'm here for it. All right, so we'll see. All right, number 3, we're going with the Bucks to finish third this upcoming season. I just like the pieces that they got. What they did, they got a nice stretch big to complement Giannis. Giannis can lob it up to him. Giannis, I mean, it's a lot of things they can do. Stretch the floor to unclog that paint for Giannis. This was a very smart move. Gary Trent, nice little shooter they got to come in and take care of things for him, dropping 11 points. Who else they got? Kevin Porter Jr., 10 points. Guard forward come in and handle stuff. Then Bobby Portis. I think Bobby Portis is gone. I don't think he's going to be with them. Oh, no, I thought I heard Bobby Portis left. He's still with them. All right, so they got Gary Harris. Gary Harris. He only played 48 games, but don't let them stats fool you because he can shoot. I think he have fallen off a little bit, though. Of course, we got Kyle Kuz. Kyle Kuz is another shooter that I hated to see them Lakers get rid of. Amir Coffey, you know, good solid piece. I ain't really seeing much else. AC Green putting up, you know, he doing a little bit. But here go the big one right here. Giannis, 36 and 12. Walking double-double, dang near trip-dub. Giannis. This man gonna come down that court with Turner on out there. He's gonna be open, just like with Trae. Part the Red Sea. Giannis is coming down that floor with force. He's coming down. So, and I heard he been working on his middies, so he gonna be ready. He gonna be ready. Who else we got? He got his brother back, got his number 1 cheerleader back on the squad, so he gonna be ready. Who is this? Andre Jackson Jr. Don't know much about you. Cole Anthony is that dude. He really is. Cole Anthony coming in, 10 points, 3 assists. I mean, he can his stats don't do him justice either. He can come in and really keep things in order until, you know, they can get back going. Who's gonna be their starting point? Did I go over that? Who is their starting point? Is it that guy? AC Green? Guard? Maybe Amir Coffey? I don't know. No, he gotta be a shooting guard. 6'3". This is a guard. Maybe they're gonna Gary Harris. I don't know. Gary Trent Jr. Maybe Gary Trent gonna be the starting guard. I don't know. I just don't know. But Cole Anthony could be. He could be. I ain't mad at that. But I'm pretty sure that if just the way this roster is currently constructed, I believe they're gonna do something else. They're gonna do something else. Um, they're gonna do something else by the trade deadline. That's just my opinion. They're gonna do something else by the trade deadline. We shall see. But for now, they my number 3. I'm gonna stick to them being my number. That's strictly on the back of Giannis and Miles Turner. More heavily on Giannis, because looking at this roster now, I kind of want to slide them down some. But we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it like this. We're gonna ride with it. I'm gonna see it through. Number 3, Milwaukee Bucks. Y'all should already about know who my 1 and 2 is. Number 2, New York. I got New York Knicks at number 2. And let's look at why. What they got, what they working with. So they done went and added a shooter, a little feisty shooter. They got Jordan Clarkson come out there and put up that rock, right? I'm with that. Miles McBride, nice another little guard playmaker on the squad, putting up 10. You got Josh Hart, your defensive engine out there, taking care of business. Anunoby, defensive engine out there, taking care of business. Malcolm Brogdon is good. Nice little shooter, playmaker for you as well. I ain't going to speak on him. Not going to speak on him. Jalen Brunson. This dude right here, he has really made me mad these last couple of years. And it's just really not just on him, but I've really wanted, these last 2 seasons, maybe 3, but I know for sure 2, I've wanted them to get past Indiana. And I'm going to say 3, whoever they played against the year before that, I wanted them to get past them. Like, they got to get over that hump. Might have been Cleveland. They got to get over that hump. Okay, they got to get over that hump. Hopefully this is their season where they can get over that hump and take care of business. I like Jalen Brunson. Love what he brings to the game. So yeah, we're going. Oh, Garrison Matthews went to New York. Bye. Alex Lynn, same thing. Bye. I guess he gonna help back up Cat. Then you got Mitchell Robinson. I like Mitchell Robinson. He showed me something in the playoffs this past season when he was out on that court. He really did good. Mikal Bridges, same thing. Hopefully he still got his shot figured out and he gonna be all right. This guy's solid too. His numbers ain't really showing everything, but he's solid for a role player. 11 points a game. Not mad at that. Cat, look at that. 24, 3, and 12. Walking double dub for Cat. Not bad at all. I'm not gonna speak on this guy. Landry Shamet. He gonna come out there and give you your little sparks when you need them. Drop some threes, things of that nature. Not gonna speak on anybody else, but yeah, pretty solid. When you got Cat, Miles Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, Jalen Brunson, Anunoby, Brogdon, Jordan Clarkson, Miles McBride, and Josh Hart, that's a squad. That is a squad, and that's why I got them as number 2. Now, my number 1 squad, okay, it's no secret. We already know it's them Cavaliers. Them Cleveland Cavaliers. So we know what Matt Strus can do. He gonna stretch that floor. He can shoot. The boy can just flat out shoot. All right? He gonna get you 4 boards and 3 assists to go along with it. Now, I don't know why I didn't know this, but I had no idea they had Lonzo Ball. Hopefully Lonzo can be healthy this season. He's another one that I really wish that the Lakers had kept and developed. Basically, I didn't agree with the Lakers getting rid of all them young boys. I really didn't. I felt like Bron should have been a little more patient. Maybe, I don't know. That ain't what this is about. Stay focused. But Lonzo, I'm hoping that he have, a really good season this year and stay healthy. Thomas Bryant, he's a good backup to Mobley, I would say. Really good backup to come off the bench to Mobley. Mobley Hey, defensive player of the year. What can you say? 18-9, right? Really good. Like he, stays pretty healthy. Sam Morrell, don't know much about him, but he can't be too bad bringing in 7 points a game for you. Keelan Hayes, for whatever reason, he's been in the league 5 years. He's given 9 and 5. I guess. Darius Garland is a beast, obviously. 20 points, 6 assists, 2 boards a game. He's going to be really solid for them. DeAndre Hunter, I could just cry right now. I could cry. Heart is broken. My heart was broken when we sent DeAndre Hunter to Cleveland. That's a move that I hate we made. I love DeAndre Hunter. Solid piece. 17 points a game. And then I think they're going to have him coming off the bench. I really do. He might get, some burn due to injuries and things of that nature. But for the most part, yeah. Larry Nance Jr. is a nice, solid piece. Good vet to have on your squad. Not mad at that at all. Jared Allen, nice, big. Him and Mobley. Well, Mobley usually plays the 4, but him and Mobley, and then now Thomas Bryant, they're going to be pretty big out there. They're going to be able to get big out there. Dean Wade, nice little solid piece. I've heard of him. Of course, D. Mitch. Good Lord of mercy. 24 points, 5 assists, and 4.5 boards per game. As short as he is. And then the first time I saw him dunk in real life at a Hawks game, it was very, very impressive. This man is 6'3". He gets up there. He gets up. He really does. Ain't scared to go up in there either. But anyway, this is pretty much my list. I think that Cleveland is going to be the number 1 seed. How that ends for them in the playoffs, I really don't know. I'm hoping my Hawks, come out on top. I do. But we shall see. We shall see. But right now, I really think that if I had to pick a team right now to come out of East, I'm going to pick Cleveland. They just seem to have all the pieces in place. They really do. I'm going to give the second runner-up to New York because if New York stays healthy, they got everything. They got the shooting, the defense. They got the playmaking. They've got everything. So they got the nice stretch big. But I think Cleveland as well. With Cleveland, they got two of the biggest positions on the court, which is point guard and center. They got 2 people in each position that can just really take over the game. Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, running, the backcourt. And then you got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen running the front court. Like, I don't know. It just, I don't know. I got faith in it. I think that they're going to really do some damage in the East because you don't have Indiana to deal with. You don't have the Celtics really to deal with. I think the Bucks is gonna struggle a little bit too. So all that top competition that they were used to, I feel like they just go overcome. I don't know. But like I said, I could easily flop them with New York. I really could. I really could. But I just went ahead. This is what I'm looking at on paper, and I feel like that's how it's gonna come across. We're gonna be putting up part 2, talking about the top 10 teams in the West. That how I think they're gonna fare. We'll see how that one goes as well. But anyway, that's all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. As always, stay safe. On to the next one. Peace.